Seasons change, watch the gods bring harvest. Peace to the wolves, all proud in the forest. Carry a steady flame, keep a steady aim. Link like a heavy chain ahead of the game. Haha. So this is Orange Naranja. This is actually the first Facebook Live. I haven't said Orange Naranja, Orange Naranja. See what I did there? All right, so this is Facebook Live number 22 out of 30. I have 8 more left, and that's my favorite number. 8 is my favorite number. 8 is the number of the day. And me being here, so just walk with me. Walk with me. Have my Paradise shirt on. Okay, Paradise shirt on. Because always by the beach, I'm always on vacation, always by the beach, man, by the beach. So today's Facebook Live is things aren't always what they seem. And I'm going to give it a minute or two. Let some people jump on and say hi. And if you say hi, say hi back. Yeah, so it's a beautiful day here in NYC. And, we're just doing it. We're just moving forward. Doing it. I thank you. I'm grateful for all the interactions that I have with everybody on my Facebook page. It's an amazing. It started off with something like, well, let me keep a journal for things for myself, and then I started seeing that other people liked it, and then it started. I started thinking that maybe I can do more with this Facebook page than just post my stuff. I mean, I'm still posting things for me. But if you get something from it, if you can prosper from it, that makes it all the more amazing and unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So things aren't always what they seem. So in this world, when you awaken, when you wake up from your sleep, you will see that things aren't always what they seem. Things aren't always what they seem. You see that they're illusions. And when you awaken, you see through these illusions. You notice that most of the world is full of holograms, smoke and mirrors, and you, being the spiritual being that you are, will see right through the bullshit. Pardon my French, but you develop your intuition, you develop your mind, you develop your spirituality, you get closer to the source, and you will see that things are not always what they seem. So with that rhythm, we'll go into human interactions. Things are not always what they seem. Hello. Hey there. He just wants to take off running. All right, things are not always what they seem. So I've been having this on my mind the other day. So my way of living is the way of living from my ancestors, tribal living. This is the natural way of living, and this is the natural community. A tribe is the natural community. Where if people had their differences, they took it to their elders, the people that had the most experience, that had the most years. And, they bring it forth through the community, through the whole tribe, and everybody will hear them out. Everybody will take turns stating their opinions and also stating their facts, their truths, and everybody's truth. And this to me is the most natural way of living, and this is how I'm living my life right now in tribes. And if you follow the holy scriptures, you realize, and you know this more than I do, that we all came from one tribe. There were 12 tribes, and we all came from one tribe. And at some point, it's like we came, and there was division, and it was like a sense of independence, supposedly, but in reality, it's all smoke and mirrors. We're not independent of anything. We're interdependent of everything. It's symbiosis, if I pronounce the word right. As far as biology goes, and nature goes. We're all interdependent of each other. We all need from each other. We all give to each other, and we all take back from each other. So this is goes out to the black sheeps, the loners, the people that are classified as crazy, and those of other people that might say they're normal. Remember, we don't use any labels here. But I just wanted to mention that, see people for who they are and not what they seemingly look like. So I put a post up today that said that there's people that are seemingly bad but have good hearts, and then there are people that are seemingly good and have bad hearts. So the key word right here, as I was speaking to Noah, I'm not sure if he's watching, is the word seemingly. So seemingly, when you put it before the people that are seemingly bad, it makes it seem, if you look at somebody, you go by what labels go by. You go by what somebody tells you. You go by your distorted sense of perception. And you might classify this person as an outcast. This person is crazy. This person, and you might not want to approach that person. Give that person guidance. Give that person a kind word. Give that person a listening ear. Because a lot of the times those people, they separate themselves from society. They separate themselves from other people because they're misunderstood, and they just want somebody to hear them out. They want somebody to listen to them. Of course, you know how I operate. I always say that your safety is first. So it's not like you're going to approach a psychopath with a butcher knife in his hand and a Jason mask on his face. I mean, you have to take, considerable thought or whatever before you approach anybody that might, not look like the norm. But I will tell you this. Trust your gut instinct, because your gut instinct it is what is going to see through all this bullshit. So trust your gut instinct. Locate your gut instinct. You know where your gut instinct is located? That's right, in your gut. Trust it. Whenever you feel it in your gut, trust it. Learn to develop it. Learn to not doubt it. That's what's going to make you see through the smoke and mirrors. See, the eyes and the feelings are very deceiving. When we look at things in this distorted reality, it creates distorted perceptions. When we feel things in this distorted reality, it creates distorted perceptions. So it doesn't mean that they're useless. Of course they're useless. I mean, I can't imagine me walking around without my eyes. And nothing wrong with people who are blind. I'm not saying anything. Actually, all honor and all respect to people who are blind. Because it's a tough world for somebody who has all their senses and who is, who is quote unquote considered normal by society. It's tough, and now it's even tougher for a person that has to make up for whatever they lack. And it's not that they lack anything, because blind people do, or any type of person that might seem like they're lacking, seemingly seem like they're lacking. But the thing is, they have lost a sense, or they haven't had a sense, and they develop another sense. They develop more perception. They develop more intuition. So you see how things work? You lose something and you gain something more powerful. There's a good movie. It's a Kung Fu movie. It's called Golden Arms. It's great. There was a scene where the guy was battling against another clan, and he fell off the cliff, and he was there with God. And God told him, God's face cannot be seen, but you could hear God's voice. He told him, it's not your time. It's not your time. God sent them back on earth, to earth. He sent them back to earth without arms. Without arms. without his arms. But he had developed golden arms, which were much more powerful than his arms. So in this case, there was something hidden within the misfortune. So if you read the book, Think and Grow Rich, you will see that Napoleon Hill talks about that there are opportunities hidden inside misfortunes. And this is why I say that you have to face everything, and things are not always what they seem. Because at first things might seem like a misfortune, they might seem like it's not ideal, they might seem like it's not a correct situation. But if you're there facing it, and you're there maneuvering around the energy, like the Matrix, whatever is spewing toxins, poison darts at you, you're dodging. With all fluidity, with all grace, and you will see how things unfold right before your eyes. So going back, I don't want to go too much off topic, going back to the tribal thing. So when I was younger, I was obsessed with role-playing games. One of my favorite games was The Legend of Zelda. I don't know if many of you might remember, but that game is epic. There will never be another game like that. And another game was Dragon's Quest. So a lot of these things tie into tribal mentality. So right now, I don't play any video games anymore. I play the game of life, and right now it has more meaning. So looking at these games and the successions with games, I noticed that there were different classifications of different classifications of classes. And what does that mean? Like I said, we're not here to label, but when I started going into the classification of classes, I started understanding where my weaknesses and where my strengths are in conjunction with the other person's weakness and the other person's strengths. So remember what I was talking about. Things are not always what they seem. What you think are your strengths are not really your strengths, so they might be, but they're not as strong as your weaknesses turn into strengths. So your weaknesses are firmly rooted when you turn them into strengths. Firmly rooted. And trust me when I tell you this, because you can find out for yourself. This is a fact. You don't have to take my word for it. It's a fact. You can find out yourself. So, like I was talking, tribal mentality. So it goes, all right, so there's different classes, right? There's the leader class. I'm not sure what you call that, like the royalty class, like the leaders. There has to be leaders in the tribe. There's the warriors in the tribe. The warriors are the ones that protect the tribe and their beliefs and ideology. They are the healers. The healers, they heal the tribe. Healers heal the tribe. They might not have physical strength like a warrior, but they do have one common thing that they share. They share the courage. Because you cannot be a healer, you cannot be a warrior without courage. You need courage. Even though you might not have the physical strength of a warrior, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. If you have strength, if you have persistence, if you have no doubt, you'll be able to stand. If you have no doubt, you'll be able to stand strong amongst the strong. So it doesn't matter. See how this synergy works? There are the priests and priestesses who also heal and call for divine intervention. There are sages who are wise. There are many more who I can go into, but I wanted to let's go into a warrior class right now. So, and all of them have one thing in common. Well, they have several things in common. They're working for themselves, and they're working for each other as one unit, as one tribe. And they also, all of them have courage. All of them put fear behind them. And they're also the wizards who with their magic make way or dissolve magic from other tribes or from other spiritual beings. So I wanted to go into the warrior class. So the warrior class is an interesting class. There are people, there are brave warriors who fight up front, the front linemen or women. There are warriors who fight from the back, who have vision, who have clarity. Those are the archers. There are warriors, there are berserkers, who are the ones that are classified as crazy. This is why I say, don't dismiss anybody because you see them a certain way. Celebrate. I bet you everybody knows somebody that's crazy. Everybody does. I mean, they're abundant in this world. But just because they're crazy doesn't mean that you have to outcast them. Let me just pass by this overhead path. So I got some cars and some stuff. Let me check out the time. Yeah, always with divine timing. And but I wanted to mention something interesting about the people. And like I mentioned, your safety first. Your safety first. Now the difference is there's some people who are good crazy and there's some people who are bad crazy. The difference is that some crazy people, they have discipline. They have discipline. And like I said, your safety first. If you're to interact with somebody that you think might be a little out of their mind, just your safety first. But let me tell you something. It's been proven. It's a fact. And you see it all throughout history. And you see, this is an unexplained phenomenon. When you see somebody, a short stature, not that there's anything wrong with people being short stature, or, that looks vulnerable, side by side by somebody who looks like they can take them, and if they wish, they can throw them and, just discombobulate them and really, really hurt them. And you see the synergy between them because they both need each other. Because like I mentioned, it is human. It is only human to be vulnerable. It is only human to be strong. So it's this synergy at work. You see comedians a lot of the times, kids used to try to pick on them when they were in school. And because of their comedy, they're magicians too. Because of the comedy. You know why they're magicians? Because of the comedy, they were able to dissolve any negative energy in their surrounding. Because of their comedy, whatever anger or whatever aggression that other person had is now dissolved. And that person becomes well respected because who doesn't like to laugh? Who doesn't like to laugh? Laughing feels good. It's like a drug. It's euphoric in nature. So like I said, approach a person if you so wish. Sometimes these people, all they want is somebody to hear them out. They're misunderstood. They have their own thing. And remember, when we go to tribal, and this would have made me understand, when we go to tribal nature, in all tribes, you had that crazy person, or you had a few crazy people, and those were the people that get when it was times of peace, they would be at peace. But those are the people that, when it was time for action, they would burn the whole path right in front for everybody to charge and push forward. So this is how the synergy goes. This is how the synergy goes. They weren't outcasted like we say in society. No, that person thinks different. That person acts different. No. In the tribe, everybody's accepted for who they are, as long as they can function within the tribe, as long as they're disciplined. And let me tell you, if they're not disciplined, you can also help them out. If you see within them, if you see potential within them, if you see that they're not a threat to your safety or to themselves, you can help them out by lending them a listening ear, by giving them a kind word. And you'll probably have a best friend for life. Because a lot of those people, they love a lot. The thing is that they haven't been given an opportunity to love. They haven't been given an opportunity to express themselves. And it's not just them. It's anybody else. You know, it's people that are outcasted, the black sheep, the loners. It's anybody else. Excuse me. So, yeah, I also wanted to mention a few things. Actually, I think that's my whole Facebook Live. But thank you for watching, because I got to get to work. And it's been pleasant. It's been nice. I hope this resonates and makes sense with you. I know not everything I say will resonate with everybody, but it's just you know, another angle, another way of thinking. We always must be open to different ways of thinking, to different angles. It's imperative that we don't just take things for face value, that we create understanding. Oh, I wrote in a post earlier, I said it's not our job for the world to understand us. That takes too much energy. It's tiring. It's draining. I don't want the world to understand me. I'm not here for the world to understand me. What I'm here for is for me to understand the world. And then I put myself where things resonate with me. You know, I am the environment. I create my own environment. And there, I stand still and I bathe in my environment. And I create within my environment everything that is grounded, everything that resonates with me, everything that vibrates. I create this environment. And whenever I say I can step out from my environment periodically, because it's like you can't live in your own world. But whenever I need to recharge, whenever I need to go back home, I go back to my environment. You know, and another thing I wanted to mention is how precious and how much intelligence animals have. Like ancient Chinese civilizations knew the power of watching animals. You watch animals, you go to nature, you watch animals, you watch nature shows, National Geographic, Discovery Channel, you will see how much these animals can teach you. We can't dismiss animals and how they teach us in our daily life. We cannot. It's not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I'm gonna go through the comments real quick. Let me see. Comments real quick. All right. Maria says, please read my message on your timeline. I'm 67 years. Okay. No, not a problem. I'll check it out in a little while. Good morning, sunshine. Cody says, thank you. Good morning, sunshine. Thank you for bringing light into my life. Peace, love, many blessings, light, much light. Out of the darkness came the light, and without the darkness, there would be no light. Without the light, there would be no darkness. All right. Me then. Haha. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Ela. Hey. Michelle Walker. My gut is my word. Yup. Your gut. You have to burn that into your mind. Burn it into your mind. Do not go by eyes anymore. Do not go by feelings anymore. I'm gonna do a Facebook Live on how to train your intuition and how to raise your awareness and intuition. So stay tuned. Pretty soon it's gonna be out of my Facebook Live challenge, because it's gonna be more in depth. The thing about my Facebook Live challenges is that they're off the top of my head. I don't write anything down. I actually think of what I'm going to talk about 5 minutes, well, a little bit more than 5 minutes, about 2 hours prior. And then I just talk about two things through the top of my head. But the thing about intuition, I'm going to have to write down notes. I'm going to have to read research and things like that, so I can make it into as simple as I can for everybody to, or anybody that wants to follow. Ginger says, good morning. We have a bad connection. Okay. Yeah, somebody told me about that, unfortunately. But you can catch me on the replay. And let me see. Lai, thank you. I need this right now. Thank you. Michael says thank you. I did too. Okay, Lazy Blue. I like that name. Yes, namaste. All right, Lazy Blue. I see you. Thank you so much. Your message is resonating deep in me. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I understand. That went deep. I needed that. Thank you. All right, Lazy Blue. Thank you for the diamond shining. All right, Noel. Thanks for the mention. All truths. All truths. Yes. Right. I'm feeling it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Michael. My name is Matthew Harper. All right, Lazy Blue, I'm one of my reality. You inspire me. All right, thank you. You're all an inspiration to me as well. Just by being and listening to you, you're all an inspiration to me as well. Just by being a listening ear to me and letting me express myself. This is how I'm able to function my best. So we're all doing our part, you know, because it's basic human need to be listened to be interacted with. And let me see. All right, Lazy Blue, because of you I will not give up the light. No, never give up the light. Never. The moment you let anger settle in, the moment you let not so good vibrations settle in, is the moment you become unconscious. So remember, throughout the day we're experiencing gaps. We're experiencing gaps between the consciousness and the unconsciousness. When you're awakened, you're conscious. But as soon as you participate, as soon as you let something take you over, as soon as you engage in something not of your nature, not of light, you go back into unconsciousness. And that's where this gap comes from. It's a push and pull thing. And like I mentioned, it's all about balance. So it's a push and pull. The moment you could be light all day, and then somebody will push your buttons, and you engage in a heated argument with them. You just became unconscious. Somebody pushing your buttons, you're there, and you take a deep breath. You tell yourself, and I spoke with Noel about this yesterday, and thank you for breaking it down, because it's easier for me to understand and it's easier for me to explain it. So you take a deep breath. You tell yourself you're not going to lose your cool. You be calm. You be in peace. And you handle it the best way that you can. You don't have to know how you're going to handle it. That's not necessary, because that creates anxiety and worry. You don't have to know how it's going to be handled. You just can't doubt yourself that it is going to be handled to the best of your ability. That's all. And you will see, just like magic, that situation, that event, that person got handled like it should be. And you know, sometimes, a lot of times we don't know what's gonna happen. But the moment doubt enters your mind is the moment that you've already lost. You know. And if it does enter your mind, I refuse to accept doubt as a thought. You take it, you put it in a balloon, you throw it up in the air like helium, and it goes to the sun and it burns and it disintegrates. And sometimes divine intervention steps in and takes care of it for you. So until next time, this is Orange Naranja. Thank you for watching.